Greetings to Minas and to all of you who have come tonight to see the documentary Caesar's Messiah, the Roman Conspiracy to Invent Jesus. It is about how the Roman Caesars created a psychological operation. They called it a religion, but in fact it was really just a device that the Caesars created to control their populations. And I believe it has relevance to the nation of Greece today, because you are currently suffering from an enormous debt that was created by individuals that I believe understood that the circumstance you are in today would be eventually achieved. They knew when the debt was created that they would get to this point. So that when I read that they're asking that you surrender parts of your sovereignty and some of your islands, it seems to me that the correct approach is to look into the motives of the individuals who created the debt. In Caesar's Messiah, you see that there is a motivation of power and control that is in back of something seemingly as benign as Jesus Christ. Well, I think you'll find, if you look closely, that in back of this debt that was created that was seemingly very benign, there was something very evil. I think the people who created it did so knowing that they would get to the exact circumstance you find yourself in today. And it is important to remember that all of the debt that was created was simply invented out of thin air. The central banks did not have capital that they had earned through labor. They simply invented the money as computer operations. And therefore, the correct approach to the debt of Greece is to simply run the computers in reverse and destroy the debt. The individuals who bought these bonds simply made bad business decisions. They are going to have to live with that. The people of Greece should be able to have a true and free nation. And to do that, you simply have to look closely at the motivations of these individuals who created the debt. And if you determine that they knew that they were going to bring you to this circumstance, then you have to fight against them. You have to fight in a way to rid yourself of the debt, rid yourself of the power of these bankers. In the United States, we have exactly the same situation. We are exactly where Greece was 2 years ago. We will have the same situation that you are facing face us in a few months. And so it's really important that the people of Greece create a response. A democracy started there. And so hopefully the rebellion will start there that will eventually topple the oligarchs that rule the money and leave us with an economy that is something that the people themselves own. So the lessons are, we made a huge mistake, both in the United States and in Greece, to take all of this debt, to let the politicians use the debt that could never be paid back. But we have to be aware that they knew they would get to this situation. And now we can't let them use the circumstance to take away our sovereignty, to take away our land. So I want to thank all of you for coming. I hope you enjoy the movie. I hope it has some value to you. And those of us that made the documentary, Fritz Heed, Neola Sparkus, and myself, we really would love to hear your criticism of it and your comments and your questions. So please just be in touch with us. And I really want to thank you for coming and hope you enjoy the show.